How's that for a fun intro? You get to see my crazy hair being crazy. Eh, I've done worse things on stream. I'll live. And we're not going to talk about that. No. No, we're not. Uh-uh. How you guys doing tonight? I hope you are here to, or I hope you are ready to hear an apology from Rockstar because by God, we deserve it. And that's what we're starting the show with tonight, as well as some news from them in the apology. So, over on their Newswire page, they have left us a note. They say, "Hi everyone, we want to provide an update regarding the unexpected technical issues." Oh, yeah, that's what we're going to call it. Okay. That came to light as part of the launch of GTA, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. Firstly, we want to sincerely apologize to everyone who has encountered issues playing these games. The GTA series and the games that make up this iconic trilogy are as special to us as we know they are to fans around the world. The updated versions of these classic games did not launch in a state that meets our own standards of quality or the standards our fans have come to expect. No shit, Sherlock. We have ongoing plans to address the technical issues and improve each game going forward. With each planned update, the games will reach the level of quality that they deserve to be. A new title update is on the way in the coming days for all versions of GTA the Trilogy Definitive Editions that will address a number of issues and will update everyone as soon as it's live. In the meantime, it pains us to mention that we are hearing reports of members of the development teams being harassed on social media. We would kindly ask our community to please maintain a respectful and civil discourse around this release as we work through these issues. And yes, badgering individual developers on social media is stupid. Don't do it. End of story. Okay, with one of the goals of the Definitive Edition was to allow players to enjoy these games on modern platforms for many years to come. We also understand that some of you would still like to have the previous classic versions available for purchase. We will be adding the classic PC versions of Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas back to the Rockstar store shortly as a bundle. Additionally, everyone who has purchased GTA the Trilogy the Definitive Edition for PC from the Rockstar store through June 30th will receive these classic versions in their launcher library at no additional cost. We will update everyone as soon as these are back in the Rockstar store. My question is, if you owned it before, will you get it back? They took it away from you, do you get it back? That's what I want to know, and it's not addressed here, so I will be trying to find the answer to that question this week. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for their patience and understanding while we work through these updates to ensure these games meet everyone's justifiably high standards. Clearly Rockstar Games. Now I take freaking issue with that last sentence. Justifiably high standards? No. Standards are on the damn floor that you do the minimum quality assurance necessary to make sure that you don't release things with unlicensed music, developer notes, and softcore porn missions that got your games hit with adults only ratings in the past and that you said you weren't going to release again. That's not high standards, that's minimum standards. Your apology sucks, and you need to give everybody their games back that you took away in the first place. End of. Sorry, this is a Faye rant. Faye is mad. Moving on, though. That's the end of that. And that is the end of that. But I'm probably not going to get any less mad because the next thing isn't much better either, and that is Battlefield sucks. Battlefield has gotten mostly negative rating with 13,000 plus reviews on its first day available on Steam. Here, we'll go ahead and click over on that. Also, I've seen... one second. One moment while I enter this. Okay, coming back. You know what? We're not even gonna watch their damn trailer. It's that bad. Mostly negative. They're up to 19,000 reviews now. Let's click this and look at. It says, do not buy. DICE/EA know how to make a Battlefield game. DICE EA made trailers that promoted this game. DICE EA inserted all the only in Battlefield moments into the trailer. DICE EA knew that this game is missing all of the below features, and then it goes on. And that's pretty much what I've heard from everybody. I I spent $109.99 and didn't refund to save you wasting your money. The good portal might be good someday. The bad, no classes, wide open maps with no cover. Maps are too big. No scoreboard, no changing squads, no changing teams. Awful hit registration. Awful random bullet deviation, broken hover tank, bugs that won't allow you to redeploy when you die, bugs that will show your teammates as enemies. Oh my god. Only 22 weapons, attachment unlocks that are cosmetic only, some attachments do the opposite, and it just goes on. Look at that list. This is terrible. Okay, here comes the link for this if you want to read it all. But yeah, every reputable game player that I have seen on YouTube or Twitter today has said, just don't buy it. Don't buy it. If you haven't bought it, don't buy it. Save your money. Wait. See if they fix it. That, yes, the portal thing has promise. That's been pretty much unanimous, is that the portal thing has promise, but don't do it. And in other news, I didn't grab a link to give you because I think it's going to be pretty believable, but on the opposite side of the playing field, Halo Infinite has got great reviews. It's a mostly positive, I think, is its Steam review. Actually, here, we got this. We can do this. I wasn't gonna do it, but yeah, mostly positive at 29,000. Why the hell?
You built this facility off the grid to train the next generation of Spartans. To be a Spartan, you must become the impossible.
Greetings, Spartan. It would be my pleasure to serve at your side.
Okay, we're not going to spend too much time on that, but yeah, here you go. If you want to play a shooter, go to this one, not Battlefield. Alright, moving on. We watched a trailer for this indie game, Party Animals, sometime this week, and they've put out a survey. They said it's been a year since the last open demo of Party Animals. In the past year, we've been working on the game diligently, making good progress. However, there's one thing that we could do better: communicate with our players. So they've got a 10-minute survey, and they will randomly draw 23 players out of the survey responses and send out gifts. And they say what the possible prizes include: iPhone 13, a Razer Blade Pro 17-inch gaming laptop, Xbox X. These are good. These are good giveaways, man. Okay, I have to go fill that out after stream. So I didn't even catch that there were giveaways in here, but also I believe to enter the Steam ID, you must have participated. Oh, you have to have been in a demo. Oh, yeah, in the demo. Darn. Okay. Well, I got excited. But anyway, if they're doing crap that nice, I would definitely follow this game. These guys are serse. Okay. We've got another game that's getting pushed back. At the same time, though, it is very interesting. Plague Doctor Action RPG. Thymesia. And it's only pushed back into next year. It puts you in the shoes of the world's toughest plague doctor who uses diseases turned into weapons to battle enemies. Very cool. Alright, let's watch
Peggy it. 16.
It gets thumbs. It gets thumbs. Yes, must go wishlist. Speaking of, that brings me to some channel news that I could put out there right about now. Earlier today, I ordered my new motherboard. So, hopefully within the next month, I will be playing these games, actually getting to demo things and review things and beta things and stream things. I'm so excited. I am praying to RNGBus so hard. If there's a deity up there that wants to hear some prayers, I will pray that this fixes my computer and it returns it to its previous state of functionality where yes, it's not a brand new gaming PC. It does not have a 3090. It's nothing like that, but it's been able to play games functionally. Pretty much any game I've tried to play, it can play. It might not have the greatest FPS in the world. I'm never going to be a shooter queen anyway, though. I'm turning 40 years old within a week, so I'm not going to be a shooter queen, and I accept that. And I suck at platformers, so and I accept that too. I don't accept that as well as the whole I'm just never going to be great at shooters, because there's multiple reasons I'm not great at shooters, and I can live with that. But I need to learn to get better at platformers. That may be like a challenge. Uh, can we make that a sub challenge? I will torment myself with like an 8-hour platformer only stream. That would be torture. Uh, if I get, oh, what the hell? We'll say 3. My first 3 subs, and I will do an 8-hour platformer only stream. Because even if with my PC in this state, I think I could probably do that. Most platformers are pretty light. But yeah, that would suck, but it would be worth it. Okay, so let's move on. Loop Hero has been confirmed. It is coming to the Switch. Now, this was on most of the news sites yesterday, but this is a rumor. And yesterday's show was so freaking big that I'm like, I'm not taking the time for rumors. But today it's confirmed, so today it's on the news. Loop Hero was a spectacular hit when it first released on Steam earlier this year. The game served as a blend of a variety of popular genres, combining replayability and randomness of roguelike games like Slay the Spire with a more idle RPG appeal with players not directly controlling the characters. Devolver Digital and publisher Four Quarters announced in August that Loop Hero would soon come to Switch later this year, and now in a new trailer it has officially announced the Switch's port release. Do we have that trailer? We have that trailer.
There are many stories in our past. Many interesting, but most untold. And though they may be forgotten one day, there will always be others to rise from the void. Stories of wandering heroes. Stories about terrible battles in strange lands. Both glorious victories and bitter defeats. Loop Hero.
Alright. Next up. Wait a minute. Didn't get you that link, darn it. There you go. Next up, we got some Phasmophobia news. So Phasmo got into the Halloween spirit, which is not that shocking. I mean, it's Phasmophobia. But now it looks like they're going to have a Christmas update as well. Some additional tweaks, and let's see. Get past talking about the game because we know what the game is. We know it's a horror co-op game. It's not too surprising. It's one of the best cooperative horror titles out there. Developer Kinetic Games is also keen to keep it up to date with bug fixes and new content. And it looks as though there may be a holiday themed patch coming out at some point, according to the post that was uploaded to Trello a few weeks ago. The studio responsible for Phasmophobia may be getting ready to roll out a Christmas update, which will have some new tweaks to the game. While there are not a lot of details to speak of at this stage, some of the additional content that may be coming including a summoning circle, a tortured voodoo doll, and some new Ouija board questions. The last one is interesting, as Phasmophobia had a recent Ouija board update, so if there are some more questions coming in later patch, it suggests that Kinetic will want players to really engage with the board and planchette. The Treo post also says that there will be more content and has, perhaps jokingly, added a couple redacted entries to the list, so that the aforementioned tweaks to the game won't be all that's coming in the update. Okay, here comes the link. See if you are interested in Phasmo updates. There's still some left for you to go find out. Alright, Kid Amnesia. Is it a game or is it not? That's one of my big questions for tonight, and I just realized I did not change the name of this. I gotta change the name, because this is not the most freebies edition. That was it last night. Game news. And you know what? We'll just use the question that I'm asking this. What would you even call this thing? What do you call it? It's an unsettling and beautiful Radiohead art exhibit inside a video game. Are art exhibit video games really video games? That's going to be the title of tonight's stream, now that I've bothered to change it. Okay, the simplest description of Kid Amnesia exhibition is that it's essentially a virtual Radiohead art museum featuring music from Kid A and Amnesiac. If that's enough to pique your interest in the slightest, I highly recommend you stop reading this and just play the game, which is available Thursday for free on PC, Mac, and PS5. Calling Kid Amnesia exhibition just an art museum doesn't really do it justice, though. Sure, much of the game is spent navigating through hallways of Radiohead-themed art, while clips and bits of songs from Kid A and Amnesiac waft in and out of your consciousness. One room, for example, is piled high with TVs and constantly changes images, while unnerving yet familiar versions of melodies from the national anthem warble around you. It wouldn't feel out of place at a modern art exhibit. But then you can do the extremely video gamey thing of walking right into an amber column in the middle of the room to bring up the song's iconic drum and bass line, which were previously absent. When you step out of the column, the drum and bass fade away and the unsettling warbles return. There are a lot of moments like that. That said, Kid A Amnesia exhibition isn't a traditional video game. There's no enemies, you can't die, the only actions you can take or to zoom in on things, move around the world, and up your pace from a slow walk to a gentle trot. I was still surprised to find the experience unsettling at times, though. You'll see the sharp-toothed smile from Radiohead's logo all over the place. Wisps of pixels will float across your vision like ghastly spirits. Living stick figures wandering in the halls will silently appear behind you as they take in the art. The music, even if it's ingrained into the folds of your brain after years of repeated listens like it is for me, can be dissonant and uncomfortable. But it wouldn't be a Radiohead project without some awe-inspiring beauty. In one room, papers covering the floor and ceiling will whip in the wind to deconstruct and reconstruct the room around you. In one striking sequence, it's like an interactive music visualizer, and my favorite moments in the game were spent with a little devil-like creature and watching clips of old Radiohead live shows. Alright, I'm going to leave the rest of it up to you to finish reading, but yeah, different. Very, very different. Alright, Myth of Empires has released to early access. And Smokey has released herself onto my arm. Hello, Smokey. Uh-oh. There it goes. Footage recorded in-game. Oh wait, we watched this one last night, didn't we? Yes, we did. That's right, we watched it last night. That's okay, it was really good, so we're watching it again. still think this game looks freaking great. So, yeah, we watched it last night because it was releasing on Early Access today, and I forgot about it. I'm sorry. There you go. Alrighty, we got a little bit of World of Warcraft stuff here, not too terribly much. First off, I believe I reported way back in October about how they're going to finally put in an incubus. So if you don't like the succubus, you can at least change it to a boy. And here he is. I still feel like it is kind of a little girly in the face, honestly. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I mean, he's about what I expected otherwise. I'm very curious, though, to hear see his animation and hear his voice lines. And if it's too bad, then I'm gonna really be irritated, you know, because we've put up with the, in my opinion, grossness of the succubus all these years. And I know every dude everywhere just got mad at me, and I really don't give a crap. But, yeah. So, he either needs to be equally as, unfortunately sexy, or they need to change both of them to make them a bit more demon and less, you know. Alright, so, Warcraft devs. They hear us and they agree that it was a huge oversight to release the Warlock set with a KKK hood. And they're gonna fix it. It will be adjusted. Now, my question is then, because this set is so clearly reminiscent of a Cataclysm set, are they going to go back and change the Cataclysm set that was already considered the KKK robes in-game? Or are they going to leave those? Because it does at least have a brim, and it also has a purple recolor, so it's kind of clear that it's supposed to be Wizard, not KKK. It's just they didn't really do a lot of foresight in making a white coloration of it, that it was kind of like, ya derps. But that was back in Cataclysm when they weren't under a microscope. So that this actually released to a test server now is just stupid. You know, just stupid. But anyway, yes, they're gonna fix it. They're gonna change it. So we can move on. Alright, let's start watching some more trailers. First off, Star Wars The Old Republic has put out a 10-year celebration montage trailer. And considering how amazing their revamp trailers have been, I'm excited.
Centuries, the Sith and the Jedi have controlled the galaxy. It's time to break free.
Excitement! If you're hyped, here's your trailer. You can watch it as many times as you want. Next up, we've got Zoria, the Celestial Sisters. An official launch announcement.
Isu, the goddess of the night, had grown envious of her sister Solveig, goddess of the sun, who was worshipped by mortals. After falling from her celestial home and spending years hiding in the shadows, the night was lost, and the world was dying. But Isu has finally been found. The sun goddess yearns to be reunited with her sister so that balance can be restored to this once fertile world. Now, share a connection in this crossplay puzzle co-op as you and your sister, friend, or family member work together to reunite these celestial goddesses and restore harmony to the world.
The world grows darker, I fade away.
Zoya, the Celestial Sisters.
Very interesting. February 8th. Sweet, sweet. Linking it up. And moving on. Witchwood. We've talked about it before, and it is back with a trailer for the release date. Thumbs. This looks good. December 9th. December 9th. Alright. Blood Rain revamped. Launch trailer. Oh dear. You need to be a grown-up.
The Nazis are closing in on a lost relic with immense powers. Special Task Force, the GGG, have been experimentally enhanced. You are to eliminate all of these targets. Their leader is Jurgen Wolf.
Wolf, you almost killed me. I intend to pay you back. With interest. Alright, boys. Line up for your spankings. It's me, alright? Keep running. I promise I'll fight. Why are you doing this?
The key to ruling the world is Beliar's black heart.
If Beliar is woken, we're all in big trouble. Ever heard of overcompensation? That might work with the other girls, but it won't work with me. Read my lips. You're dead. Any last words?
And Rain. Watch yourself.
Alright. That's a look. Next up we've got Arcade. They're calling it a transfer trailer? Guess we'll find out what that means once we watch it.
Arcade. A world of exploration. Its vast secrets. And dark mystery.
We didn't get animation, but we didn't get anime fun.
Revealed. Side by side.
Oh, there we go. First sighting of the night. Oh, that's the second sighting.
Across far-flung lands. Vast seas. And through the skies. You have fought for the soul of Erenor. Together. And now, an ally arrives. To celebrate the world you've helped build. Offer more unforgettable experiences. and join you in new adventures yet to come. Transfer to a Kakao Games account today.
There we go. We've got a counter now. Not automatic, but it'll do. Alrighty. Next up is modern conflict in the game Enlisted, I believe. Play for free. From here till something. Hang on, back up. Back up. And pause. And get out of my way. Okay, 18th of November to the 22nd. Play for free. Okay. Sorry, my stupid American brain always bogs down when the date is in what is the normal format for the rest of the world. Alright, next up we got Limbus Company. Official promotion video. Wait a minute. Better be a game and not a movie. Following is a list of content. What?
환영합니다, 관리자님. 저는 관리자님을 인도할 안내자 베르길리우스입니다.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
지옥으로 출발하지.
Okay, that was weird. Okay, this is some weird ass something. Something coming next year.
당신의 죄를 찾으실 수 있기를.
Does it have any comments? Oh, you can turn subtitles on. Whoopsie. Nothing that tells me much of anything. Here's the link if you wish to learn more about that. I think I'm good. Next up. Okay, this one runs into my pronunciation problems. I'm gonna call it Nikki. Could be Nike. Could be Nikkei. Who knows? But it's called the Goddess of Victory G-Star. Actually, hold up. Just gonna pause to say, this is a pain in my ass. Why do they put so damn many different names on crap? Put the name of your game and what it is, and if it's like a patch name or some crap, you can have that in the video. You don't need to put it in freaking titles of stuff.
마냥 아름답지도 행복하지도 않았지만 너희와 함께했다는 사실 하나만으로도 나에겐 낙원이었어.
Oh, that's freaking
모든 게 지워져 처음으로 돌아간
Okay, we did. Oh, whoa, they're bouncing. Alright, change it.
나는 아직까지 기억하고 있어. 우리가 만들어낸 찬란했던 그 풍경들을. 부서질 것만 같은 어둠 속 조용히 흔들린 나의 작은 이제는 나 살아남아 기억하기가 안돼 나라고 또 지켜낼 차가운 진실을 I so free, I so believe knowing that it's a false hope 멈추지 않았다 이제 돌려받을 때가 있어. 다시 가져오는 거야. 우리의 낙원을. 다시 가겠다. 지금 운전만 하면 돼. 지금 이건 통할 거예요. 괜찮아요. 니케,
I still have the urge to try
승리의
and play
여신.
it, so. Success? Good trailer? I guess? I have a feeling some people are going to want to watch that one again. So there's the link, and also I'm just gonna make an executive decision here that one counted as 2 on the anime titties. Okay, next up, Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, go away. No! Dang it. 1 second. I'll fix it. Second, por favor. No, not crawl. Chrome. There we go. Properties. Yu-Gi-Oh! There we go. We're back. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Rush. Dawn of the Battle Royale. Official trailer. Apparently you only gotta be 3 to watch this one, so we're safe.
Monster attack!
That's nothing. Rush Duel! Activate a spell card! What? Activate my monster's effect! No way! I'm going to battle! I summon a monster!
Okay. Link Inc. Alright, getting back to some... Wait a minute. Why the hell is this down here? Okay, this should have been at the top of the show, but whatever. The antitrust lawsuit against Valve has been dismissed. In April, Overgrowth developer Wolfire Games filed an antitrust lawsuit against Valve, alleging that Steam's dominance in the PC gaming market enables it to extract an extraordinarily high cut of the sales made through its storefront. Valve responded in July saying Wolfire's complaint failed to meet the most basic requirements of an antitrust case and asking the judge to dismiss it as a result. In ruling today, the judge in the case agreed with Valve, and yeah, pretty obvious. In the ruling available in full on Court Listener, it says that Wolfire's lawsuit falls short on two separate points. First, that Valve is illegally tying the Steam store to the platform, essentially using the near monopoly of Steam as a library launcher and social media platform to force people to buy games through the Steam storefront, is rejected because the allegations in the lawsuit suggest that the Steam platform and storefront are in fact a single product within the integrated game platform and transaction market. Yes, it's one thing. And the lawsuit also claims that Valve uses its near monopoly to charge an excessive fee to sellers, 30%, that wouldn't be sustainable in a competitive marketplace. That claim resulted in some interesting conversations earlier this year, but the judge rejected the argument, noting that Valve's take has remained unchanged throughout Steam's history, even as other online stores charging lower percentages have come and gone. Therefore, it would appear that the market reality, at least as pled, is that Valve's fee is commensurate with the Steam platform's value to game publishers. There's some other legal points and precedents cited in the judgment. The bottom line is that Wolfire's lawsuit does not articulate sufficient facts to plausibly allege an antitrust injury based on the market. As a result, Valve's motion to dismiss was granted, but only in part. The dismissal was granted without prejudice, meaning that Wolfire has 30 days to amend its complaint to address the cited shortcomings and then refile it. I think they're going to lose regardless, mainly just because Epic exists. Epic's store is actually, I mean, can we say it's pushing Steam? No, but at the same time, they have a smaller cut and they're doing quite well. I really think that it's doing well enough to prevent Steam being considered a monopoly. But that is a personal opinion, not legal opinion. I have absolutely no legal call it education whatsoever, other than that I'm a law nerd, and you know, other than that, yeah. But still, I just don't think they got it. Alright, Battlefire Monster Blazes in 2.5D action game, Flame Girl. And I wanted to pull this up on Steam, but at the time that I wanted to pull it up, it was actually down for a little while today. And this is an indie, by the way. I thought it looked quite good for an indie. I am wishlisting it. Yeah, Steam Store was down for less than an hour, so it wasn't a huge deal, but it did land right as I was trying to prep the stream, so that was kind of a pain in the butt for me. comes the link. Here comes the link. Here comes the link. Hello, Smoking. I see you in that chat. Let's see. Do we have a? I have a. Eh. Next up is Unbound, Worlds Apart. Let's go. Worlds Apart. Looks amazing. The little dude reminds me of Warren the Warlock. That's a Steam freebie. If you've never played it, it's a platformer. For a platformer, it's quite good. It's not tonight's free game, but it is a free game. All right, next up we've got an indie, which is Smoots Golf. We've got a Steam link. Alright, and it just came out November 18th. It's under $10. Alright. I get them. Let me make sure I got the right link here. Here we go. Alright, link's coming at you for the Steam store. Here you go. Next up is Dr. Iwan. Evolution. It's another indie. I think everything, yeah. Maybe not. We got quite a few indies coming up though. I'd say I think all of the rest of the trailers are indies, but maybe not. Comes the link. Yeah, that one looks pretty dumb. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, I won't do it that way again. Next up's called The Crafter's Defense. Okay, we cut There's our dungeon. Did they intend to make it a penis shape? I'm not complaining. Will the blocks eat the bears? Well, they definitely did a lot more work on making it look good, but I don't know if they did as much about making actual gameplay. So that's a very interesting side-by-side of two games who went very different directions. The other one clearly had way deeper gameplay mechanics, but looked like crap. This one looks good, but it didn't look like there was a whole lot of game there. There you go. There's a link. Next up is called Pronti Fish Adventure. Aw, cute. I'm in my bubble. Swim, buddy, swim! Ah, go, Bronny, go! Shit! The hell even was that? Looks like it just hit Steam too. Let's go get that Steam link. Get the link, get the link, get the link, link, get the link, get the link, get the link, link. There we go. Nope. Yeah, okay, we got it. Whew. That trailer was exciting. Okay. A toy tinker sim. Another indie. Oh my god. You saw that, right? gets the round, it gets the thumbs. I want it. Get the link. To the Steam. No. As much as I very much enjoyed that music, I don't want to listen to it again. I just want the link for you. Yes, I'm so glad Barry didn't see that, because that was just not okay. That was the one thing that was just not okay. Alright, let's see. Ooh, and there's a demo. There's a demo. Okay, wish listing it. Alright, next up. Next up's called Okinawa Rush.
Farewell, my friend. I'm sorry.
And the last stone was stolen.
The Black Mantis clan.
Okinawa Rush.
I was totally not expecting all that. That looked good. I mean, not really something I would want, but it looked good. Okay, the link has many links for you to follow. Okay, here we go. I'll just send you straight to the YouTube. Next up, Ice Scream 6. That's an official game trailer. This is what they chose to represent their game. What the fuck? I ain't even sending the link for that shit. Fuck that. Granny 3. It's a horror game. Buckle in. Okay. Granny has a drawbridge. Okay. I don't know if that was Granny or who that was. Somebody shot my ass, and now it's locked me in a dungeon, basement. This is supposed to be scary. Hourglass game trailer up next. Maybe that's it. Maybe she has to pee. It doesn't give you any links to get to anything else to learn anymore, so I don't see any point in linking it to you. Next up, we got Cover Fire. Live, laugh, boom. I would totally dig that for this wall, though. I don't even know anything about this game. I just want the live, laugh, boom. Again, they give you no nothing. Let's see if we can find Cover Fire on Steam. See if we can find out some more about that, because that looked very intriguing. Nope. Okay, so let's see if Google is my friend for this one. That's with it spelled all the way. This is just COVR. That is so weird. So they put out their game trailer. What the hell? Let's comment. And we'll see if we can find out some more info on that game that way. Okay, let's move on. Walking Zombie 2. Oh, that's a hell of a parking over there, buddy. Way to get to the zombie box. Alright, you're back. Okay. I see promise. What do we got? Zombie single player offline shooter. Polygon graphics, RPG elements. Okay, let's see if it's on Steam yet. Walking Zombie 2 is on Steam and it's free. Let me get you the link. A free to play. Woohoo! Boop. Okay. Alright, next up is more free wallpapers. I zinged these suckers out right before showtime. Like, it was intense trying to get them out the door quick enough. It's only 3 more, but hey, freebies are freebies, right? So we've got 2 more Red Dead ones. one was about to And the last one was inspired by Halo announcement today about their numbers, and it's their gold edition picture that they put out, only animated. And I really enjoyed this one. There's actually more to it than what you can see because I went through and defined him a little bit to pull him up and out. But yeah, it was very fun, and I love that one. So if you are loving the new Halo Infinite, that's not my only Halo Infinite wallpaper that I've got on my free list. So if you go over to fayrana.blogspot.com, there's actually a page that's got them all on there. Or if you just click on one of these in this link that I'm about to send you and go over to the YouTube, there's a playlist. So you can find them all that way as well. Okay, I will re-say all of it. Follow the links. Follow the link, go to the YouTube, go to the playlist, and you can find all the free wallpapers. Or you can go to fayrana.blogspot.com, and there is a page, not just the page that I just sent you to, but there's a page that has all the wallpapers on it. Alright, next up we've got more free stuff. We've got free, well, a giveaway. So still free, but you gotta get chosen. This is for mouse pads. You can get a Duke Nukem or Max Payne mouse pad. You just gotta follow this link and then retweet the tweet and follow them. That's it. There you go. Go get your chance to win a mouse pad. Alright, we've got a bunch of individual games on sale tonight, which is, I know I usually just do group ones, but Resident Evil Village is $20 right now. Thought that was a pretty good one. There you go. We're gonna have some more of those coming up in just a second. I didn't get them all put together in the right order. Bad me. Google Stadia. It's celebrating its second birthday, and the price of it just keeps falling. Right now, you can get Stadia Premier Edition for $22 or $30 if you bundle it with a game. That's not their best hardware, but it's not the worst either, I don't think. The Chromecast Ultra is, never mind. It's still the best deal yet, and previously get free hardware with your game bundles required you to pay for a full price $60 game. Now you can get one with a $30 game. So, not bad. Here comes the link if you want to learn more. Next, interested in Star Citizen? Why not go test fly 120 different ships over the next 2 weeks? They're having an event thing. We're gonna leave it at that. Go fly for free. It's gonna be fun. And okay, here we go. Here's more of those games on sale. Riders Republic. It's already been discounted. It's just $25 in this Black Friday sale. I'm surprised to see it already down. And Back for Blood, $35. So GameSpot is on the spot with some of these deals. There's that link. Next up, I see a ton of computer deals, and I did do that entire article on pre-builts, but this one caught my eye. I usually just kind of skim over the ones that are on IGN and PC Gamer and all that because they're there every single day. But this one is different. An MSI with an RTX 3060 for $850. That is a hell of a laptop deal right there. It has the latest GPU, and it's not going to break the bank. I'll send you the link, and you can read more about it. And if you're like me and you usually just skip over these, you can skip over this one, but to me, that one hit me as a little bit special. This is another deal that I thought was quite special. This is a mouse I've had my eye on because I know good and well that when my mouse finishes dying, I cannot replace it. I cannot afford another G700 as much as I love them. So the EVGA gaming mouse is just $25 on Newegg right now. Save $55 off of the X17. You won't regret it. It's got the 4 side buttons on the bottom, just like a G700 has, and then it has an upper button, and then it has 2 on the top, but I don't know what the 2 on the top do. So that's one of the big problems that I have. Let me pull this off. Is trying to find. I find ones that have like a full 1 through 12 here. I can't keep up with that many like by feel. So those whole like full-sided gaming mice to me are kind of useless. I much prefer having this 4 set here, and then this 3 set here. I don't really use these for anything. In fact, I think one of them is just release. Yeah, one of them just releases the mouse wheel. Only one of those is actually functional as a G button. So, yeah, I'm gonna miss this baby so bad, so freaking bad when it dies. There we go. All right, but yeah, and then EVGA $24.99. You just it looks like a great mouse. It looks almost as good as this G700, and insanely cheaper price. Okay, next up, best board game gifts. IGN put out their holiday gift guide for board games. Let's see what they've got. Gloomhaven, Ticket to Ride, Ticket to Ride, Wingspan. Pandemic, I would not gift that one to somebody this year, but you know, pick your poison. Horror games, Betrayal at House on the Hill. Legacy games, Pandemic Legacy Season 1, again, I would not. And Catan. There you go. So, yeah, here comes your link, if you're interested. I love a good board game. It always interests me how some people love board games and some people hate board games. I haven't had a chance to really play one in forever because it seems like everybody around me hates them. Or just we don't have them. But, Alright. Free demo. Alien Scumbag. Come on, Steam, get it together. Steam. You okay, buddy? You lose internet? No? That is Alien Scumbags. Did I miss it? No. No? Oh, whatever. I'll get the link from over here. You're being a butt. Okay. There's the link for Alien Scumbags. Next up, we got another free demo, which is Eterna Noctis. This one's from the Epic Store. Play. Giga! Oh. I think you get the gist. Okay, next up we've got another giveaway. Yeah. Would you like to win a copy of this person's indie game, Jumping Night, as well as 4 other games? Enter their giveaway with this link. I always like free games. It did have a bit of a Castlevania feel to it. Alright, and up last, our final free game of the evening is another indie, and it's called Snake Force.
Yes, sir.
Oh! I thought this looked so cute. It's supposed to be inspired by... Ah! I wasn't expecting that. It's supposed to be inspired by the old Snake game. For all of us oldies out here, we'll know exactly what I'm just talking about. And if you don't, that's okay. But yeah, you add to your tail and don't run into yourself. Free to play. I wonder if I can play it. Let me go ahead and turn off the recording for YouTube, so if you're watching this on YouTube tomorrow, don't forget, surprise me with a subscribe, check out the rest of the week's news over on the playlist, check out the freebies on the bottom, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. If you're on Twitch, stick around though.